Hey, BIS 302. Sorry about the lighting, but that's okay. That looks good, doesn't it? Um, okay, here we are, Friday. I am downtown Milwaukee on at the lakefront, as we call it, McKinley Marina, the yacht club. Uh, really nice. It's like 80 some degrees, so thank you. Finally got some good weather. Thanks for sending that. All right, so I don't know how long this one's going to be. I apologize for already wasting 30 seconds of your life. So let's get into it. All right. So module three. This is the video. All right. Due dates. Okay. I want to just refresh on due dates on that. I've changed the policy of what I do, and that is to zero out any uh, work that's not turned in by the due date. So tomorrow, Saturday morning, the first, I'm going to zero out whatever isn't turned in for module two or one. Well, I already did one. Module two. Don't panic. Okay, I just want you to get it in. I've noticed, my colleagues as well, that if we just leave it kind of sitting there, you may think you've got an A going, a strong A, when you don't. You have missed assignments and you actually have a C, or sometimes, unfortunately, worse. So I want to make sure you're getting the accurate read on what you're supposed to be doing, because remember, this is a points based class, not a percentage. Look at the percentages all you want. In my opinion, they mean nothing. It's about total points. It's a race to 700 for a C, 800 for a B, and 900 for an A. Okay, keep your eyes on that prize. All right. So now let's talk about the intensity of the class. It's going to ramp up considerably, starting in module three. All right. There are three major assignments in this course. Okay. As you know, the course is approximately 1,000 points. I think I've given you 1,020, 1,040, approximately 1,000 points. The literature review that you're going to be doing hopefully real soon here in module three is worth 150 points. Okay. The proposal, which is module four, is it? Four or five? That's worth 150 points. The final paper in module seven is worth 200 points. Two, 350, 500. That's half the class writing those three papers. And when you figure you got 80 on each peer review of the proposal and the um, final paper, that's 660 right there. It's gonna make and break your success in this course. So I really want you to focus on doing well. All right, so let's take a look at IDS research versus DS research, interdisciplinary studies versus disciplinary studies. Okay, so the key that I'm telling most of you that I've talked to is that interdisciplinary research does not have any boundaries. It's not bound to any particular discipline. If you're doing a multidisciplinary research, you could be doing psychology, sociology, um, history, and do them separately, and they don't cross boundaries. You're just doing all three at the same time. Disciplinary, you're just doing the one. Psychology, you're staying within the parameters of psychology. Um, but interdisciplinary, you can go anywhere, you know? So you got history blended in with economics, with business, with communication, with anything you have to go. You don't have to worry about those things. And that is, I think, one of the keys, the integration part that allows us as interdisciplinarians to um, be more prepared to look at problems, questions, research, being able to better look at the whole 360, look at the integrative values of all these, and to come up with holistic points of view. Okay? Now, by the end of module three, students will be able to learn how to write a literature review. Good for you. It's a good thing to learn. To utilize the library online to a research, utilize the library online to a research topic. Ew, I don't like that. I'm sorry, that was typoed. I don't know. To, to see and investigate what has already been written on chosen topics, you'll be doing that, and to learn the differences between qualitative and quantitative lit reviews. Okay, so to do that, the good news is there are no text readings. Okay, you can keep referring to the text for helping you, guide you. This module, there's no readings from the text. Okay, future modules, yes, there will be. Okay, so everybody's watching everybody over here and stuff because it's easier to listen to me. I know I am. Oh, it's windy. Hold on, everybody. I am at Collectivo Coffee, Lakeshore Drive, I think it is. Lake Drive. Okay. All right. So okay. So the difference in qualitative and quantitative lit review. I've talked to a lot of you on the phone. Thank you for calling. Thank you for setting up those calls about difference between qualitative and quantitative in terms of what we can accomplish in this short period. All right. Course ends 4 weeks from yesterday. That's just ridiculous. 3 weeks and 6 days. All right. Watch the slide presentation, the Adobe presentation that is linked in the module, okay? I'm holding my iPad up here because it's going to be important. There's 4 slides narrated by Jessica Hirschhorn in our department. Make sure you get sound out of it. If you don't, copy the link, put it in a new browser. Slide 1's a good introduction to a lit review. Slide 2, be advised, you do not need any abstract in this course, okay? None. No abstract. Don't worry about abstract. No abstract, okay? Um, the reference list, the source list, those are things that are going to be primary to think of in their primary sources, okay? So listen closely to that, all right? Slide 3 talks about the organization of a lit review. And that's really good to know because a lot of you are like, what the heck am I supposed to write about? Okay, how am I supposed to write this? Listen to slide 3 especially. It'll talk about the organization of literature review. All right, and then slide 4, we'll talk about quantitative versus qualitative. Again, if you talk to me and we set up your question, you know what it is. It's quantitative survey, right? Okay, the others that have it, you need to get a hold of me. Okay, now, also in Module 3, you'll find examples of literature reviews linked there, okay? Take a look at them. I have 4, all right? They were all from my students previously, all right? Just so you know, number 1, the first one, has a lot of subheadings. You don't need subheadings. A lit review is a lit review, top to bottom, okay? So you don't need the subheadings, just to let you know, because none of these are perfect, right? Just telling you. Number 2, the second one, has a lot of statistics and things in a list form. Don't need to do that, okay? This is more of a summarization. Yes, you might have to highlight, talk, write about some numbers, but it's mostly, you don't need to list the statistics from other research, okay? Number 3 and 4 are pretty solid, I think, those lit reviews. Take a look at them, get some idea what I'll be looking for, okay? Now, let's continue onwards to writing that lit review. Well, let's go to worksheet 3 right away. I want to talk to you about what worksheet 3 is. Worksheet 3 is a sample of 3 lit reviews on the same topic, okay? I would like you to discern from those 3 which is the best and tell me why. You'll see that in the worksheet. If you have any questions, let me know. But you should be able to know after you've prepared yourself to understand what a lit review is and what it isn't, just like research, what it is and what it isn't. I could do that. Then just figure that out, okay? And if you get it wrong, then, I'll tell you which the right one is, all right? So, and you can tell me why one's best, why one's not best, so it's just 3 of them. That's worksheet 3, okay? Now, and then there's one link for your BIS 401 experience. Link on that, take a look at that, start thinking about it if you haven't done so already. Very important, obviously, as it's required. So double check on that. Okay, so now let's get into some of the things I expect from a lit review and from all the writing in this paper and your scholarly writing overall. If you have not been exposed or taught about scholarly writing, there's some key things you need to know. Yeah, this won't keep me up all night, will it? Okay, guess that's Malawi coffee. Good stuff. I'll give you something to read while you're listening to me. No, I'm just kidding. All right, so watch your formatting. All right, let's skip that for a second. I want you to know that I don't want you to appear in this paper. Okay, you should not appear. Okay, so in other words, you don't get to say I, me, my. Okay, so you don't get to say I chose this topic because my passion is yachts and I want to build one. No, you don't say that. You cannot say my research. I want to do this. I want to learn that. Okay, you stay out of it. What you do and how you substitute that is you say the current research, the current study, okay, the current researcher, the current study. It's third person, right? You remember that? Okay. If you have any questions about that, let me know because I will ding you for that. I will ding you for giving me, I really wanted to study about sports and, this is great. I get to do this. No. All right. Doing research from a researcher, it's inherently already, it's a given that that researcher is interested in that topic. Okay. That's not why they're doing it. All right. They're researchers in that topic because they want to add something to the body of knowledge in their field, however incremental. Remember that, right? So also remember integration. Okay. Oh, you want an Easter egg, don't you? You've been waiting the whole time. All right. Easter egg. All right. I'm going to give you one. It's out there, like about 100 yards, and it's a great lake, and it's called Lake Michigan. You got that? Easter egg one is Lake Michigan. Okay, onward we go. Now, at 10, almost 11 minutes. Okay, so you do not want to appear in the paper. I don't want you to appear in the paper. Next, I want you to use primary sources. You know what primary sources are? You'll hear a lot about that from Jessica and from me. That's peer-reviewed sources, all right? So you're looking for other research. You're looking for out of journals, academic journals, textbooks, online, things like that, but that are peer-reviewed, okay? The minimum is 4 sources, okay? I want you to give me as many primary as you can, all right? You'll notice on the examples, they do a hell of a lot more than 4. 4 gets you competent. 4 won't get you a superior or strong score, just so you know. 4 is competent. Under 4, you start getting weak, okay? All right, it's a lit review. It's a review of literature on your research topic, all right? So maybe it's kind of like what you and I would think about as research in the real normal world. Like, I'm going to research a trip to Europe because I want to know more about it. Well, that's what you're doing with your lit review. You're researching the existing research to learn more about what's going on, what's being said out there. And you want to connect it back to your study, the current study. Connect it back to the current study, okay? Does it resonate with the current study? Does it challenge the current study? Go against it? Okay? So think about those things as you're writing and go through the examples, look at the presentation, and then understand how to organize that lit review. Okay, if you have trouble finding things, I can help you do that. But just go to the ASU library. You get in, no paywalls, and my system of looking up sources was always go in a library, get some key search phrases, right? Word, phrase, bring them up, right? See if I've got something going there. Okay, I'll filter it to peer reviewed only. So now I know I got all peer reviewed, and then also online access. So I got peer reviewed online. Everything's there, right? Then I'll go through and look at the titles of the papers, look at what's going on, and I'll put a pin in some of those things and save them. Maybe I'm saving 20 or something, right? All right. Then I'll send those to myself, email myself. Then I'll go back in. I'll click on each 20 of those, and then I'll look at the chapter titles, see if they interest me, if they still work. If they don't, chuck them. They do, they make the next cut. What the hell is that? Something landed here. I don't know, hybrid insect. And then you parry it down, and then you're looking at quotes from that you can take from that, and that you can probably put in a note page like a Word doc, and put it under a discipline, an idea. So say you're looking at all psychological things to your topic, put it under a thing called psychological and all these quotes and list where they're from. Then do the same with sociology, same with economics, whatever. And then as you're writing your paper, you can pull from all these things down, decide how to organize it, and then you know where you got it from. All right. Yeah, I know you got a whole week to do this. Wow. Um, okay, so the lit review is important, right? Now, I want you to use APA formatting because nobody's told me anything different. APA formatting. There's a link in Module 4. I put it in there. You'll also see the rubric, by the way, 150 points. We'll see how I'm going to score it. All right. But the APA via the Purdue OWL link. Okay. So kind of looks like this. If you can see that, it links to their general format. Let's see if I can do anything. Okay, so I'm going to be talking about this menu on the left here. Okay, and what I want to say about that is that it says APA style, general format. All right, you want to know the in-text citation basics, authors. You don't need anything on footnotes or endnotes. You need the basic rules of the reference list, the authors, and et cetera, et cetera. It's not a lot, but everything is there that you need to create a great source list, right? Double line spacing, Times New Roman 12-point font, all black, no color, indent paragraphs. Give me paragraphs, okay? Um, your reference list starts on the next blank page after you're finished. You should know all this already for 301 or from ever you're writing. I know, but I feel I need to remind everyone of that, okay? All right, so Easter egg dos. Let's go. Let's keep this theme alive. I'm going to make you write the word Milwaukee. If you want credit, Easter egg number 2 is Milwaukee, a great place in the Great Lake. All right, so now, questions. Let me see if I missed anything here. So, on due dates for everything, back to the entire class, do the worksheet first. Don't wait for everything the last day and then do I mean, like this week, don't wait to do worksheet 3 at the end of the, what you're done with your lit review, because that defeats the purpose of worksheet 3. Same with the worksheets 4, 5, 6, whatever. Try to do them early in the module, okay? Yes, I have the due date at the end of the module. If you wait that long, you really miss it out on the impact of that. And I don't want to have a ton loaded of due dates, that you guys get, oh, another due date, another due date. No, try to stay organized, okay? Remember the things I've said here. Go back and view it if you haven't been taking notes, because trust me, all this stuff it's noteworthy. Yeah, I can't believe it either, okay? Um, all right, so, and about being late, if you're late on assignments, don't freak, just let me know. If you're gonna be late because you have to work, because you got this, you got that, let me know. And let me know, hey, can you give me 24 hours? Can you give me 48 hours, please? If you don't ask, you ain't getting it, all right? Okay, so, and also, the survey, we talked about it. A lot of you guys have talked about it. That'll be the next video. I'll probably get that out middle of the week because I want you to know how to do that. There's gonna be a lot of questions about the survey. It's obviously an important part of the course, and so I want you to be able to get that done. So let's see here. All right, so here's where I am. See the cafe here. All right. There's a lake out there somewhere, is it? Something. Why am I wasting your time, huh? Jesus. Oh, okay. So, guess I got to hold on to it now. All right. Magnetized keyboards on metal tables just don't work. All right, let's do this. Easter egg 3. Everybody dizzy? It's like Blair Witch Project. Uh, Easter egg number 3. This is like the funnest thing of my day. You know that. That's how sad of a life I have. I get a picture. All right, let's go with. I just had it. I lost it. It's like, can't you think of random words? All right, damn it, chair. There's one right there, chair. All right, chair is the last Easter egg. I know you've watched this extremely enjoyable video. We're at 18 minutes. Can't get that back in your life. All right, have a good one. Forks up, people. Send me emails, whatever, when you have questions. Do not spin wheels. Do not take this class lightly. You do not get 3 credits just because you paid for it. I know that sounds sad, but there's a lot of work to be done. It's a 3 credit course that should be taught in 15 weeks instead of being taught in 5. So, enough. Keep going. Talk to you soon. See you. Bye.